Yo, what's going on, guys? So, I just want to go over everything as usual. So right now, I mean, the biggest thing is when we closed under this up closed daily candle yesterday, or I guess on Monday, you see how it's been rejecting price, right? This is your daily bearish order block. 2 days now. We have when this candle closed below, it formed it. You see, yesterday we wick up into it, respect the wick. Today we wake up into it and respect it again, and then what? We come down. We hit finally hit CE of this daily fair value gap. You see, we did not close below it, so that's not a very bearish sign on the daily here, and then you see we closed back up in the range of this candle. Kind of makes me think if you've watched my next day bias video that our target for tomorrow could be previous day's high. Why? Because when you get an up close candle that closes back inside the range of a down close candle, you you tend to go up and take this high next, So kind of like let's see if there's a good example somewhere. It's kind of like here, we get an up close candle inside a bearish candle, and then next day we take the high, right? Kind of like here, we get an up close candle that closes back higher in this candle. Next day, we expect to take this high. So that's why that's my reasoning for thinking 572 is a possible draw for tomorrow here on the daily chart. So with that, I want to go down to the 4 hour here and can kind of see what's going on. I haven't really looked at the charts. I'm looking at them fresh right now. So 4 hour LRLR looks kind of clean here, to be honest. So that's something I'll be watching. And that takes back up to that 572 level right up here. So and that would be like the start of it. And now the one thing I do see is, remember today we put in a when we had that big drop at open, right? We made this 4 hour FEG, and then obviously the end of day pump that we had that I missed sadly. You see, we ended up just completely inversing it, coming back all the way to this 4 hour bearish order block, right to the rejection block, and that's where we kind of tapped out at, right? As well as that daily OB that I just showed you here. So we are still rejecting there. However, we do have this 4 hour BPR now below, and this is what I'm going to be watching going into tomorrow. So my bias is going to be I'm watching I'm watching this here, and I'm watching, if we go to the hourly chart, and I'm watching this right here. So it's also an hourly BPR, and you see it's still a bearish hourly BPR as well here. So, or I guess it's not really a BPR. We're still just rejecting this 1 hour. We haven't actually inversed yet. If we end up closing back over this, I think we're bullish, and then look what that leads us to, right to that 472 level. That's what I'm thinking here. You see, we're currently holding this hourly as well. So that's another reason to stay bullish. If we start, crushing through here, we're also going to be going through that 4 hour FEG below, and then then we'll be probably bearish again. The biggest thing to take away is uh, look what happened on the lows today. We had a bullish SMT, and NQ took Tuesday's lows, right? And then ES did not, right? So we had Tuesday's lows here. ES did not take them, NQ did, and then look what that gives us. The importance of SMTs is so underrated. So it's also it's so underrated because it's so important to watch both indices, right? You could absolutely get screwed if you were short ES here to this low, but NQ already takes it. Like I mean, and then you would absolutely get stopped out. So just very important to watch. So that's what the SMT that I wanted to point out. That's bullish. However, we do have a bearish one, right? So up here we have ES taking these highs. See how NQ did not take these highs, and ES has, right? So ES took these highs. So you see now we can look at it from two different ways, right? Um, I guess, well, you see the SMT would actually go down to here. You see, NQ is struggling, unlike ES. So there's your bearish SMT, coming off a bullish one. So let's go to what I was talking about going today. So I already showed you guys what I'm looking for going into tomorrow. Watch the hourly FEG that we're currently in. If we inverse that, I like 572. If we break it back down, I think we're looking potentially back at that 400 level. However, I think low of week is now in. The biggest thing today was what Monday's low got swept, right? We finally swept Monday's low. Kind of what I told you guys, right? I was watching one thing today coming into open, right? I was watching I was watching this 15-minute. Why? Because it was like the only 15-minute FEG that was untapped. And remember, I drew the little arrow. I was like, okay, I think we're gonna come. We were down, kind of down here in the pre-market. I was like, okay, this should be a draw. We're either going to inverse it, we'll come back down, and then we'll come up and take all these highs, or we're going to straight reject it, and then most likely our target's going to be Monday's low. And you see, we go right to Monday's low, and then obviously that's where we kind of just we had about 4 hours of just straight consolidation, and then I think we get this little manipulation leg into it's kind of the same thing happened here, right? We come up to this 15-minute, and now look, we came back up, and that's why we took a couple longs today targeting 475. Why 475? Also remember, there's equal highs sitting right up here at that 572 level on the 15-minute chart. But again, I was bullish down here in this accumulation. I knew we were probably going to get some kind of move up at some point, at least to this 475 level, right? Because 475 contained the hourly FEG. It contained at least this 15-minute FEG that would at least put us above 50%. We ended up, digging up into this higher one right here, and then that's where we kind of rejected. So we need to push through here to be bullish going into tomorrow. If we go through here, then obviously that 572 is also equal highs, and it's a daily high. So I mean, it's going to be a very, very, very strong liquidity point, right? So watch that. Maybe we get some kind of 50% down. You see, we have now tapped into this 15-minute FEG, and right here, but still we did not hit any kind of like 50% down yet to be like confident in longs. We could still come down a little bit here, maybe dig into 50% and then get some kind of long setup to the upside. But other than that, gonna be probably bearish still until I see some kind of displacement through this, because obviously we have a 4-hour BPR below. This could what could really happen is we get this, right? We get a 4-hour BPR below. We get some kind of move up, or we might just chop here in Asia until the 4-hour candle closes, come down, fill the BPR, and then push up higher for that 472 level, or that's when we start to displace through it. Either way, I think we're just stuck between the higher time frames, higher time frame moves. So just like I said, just patiently waiting here. We'll see what the overnight candles give us here. Also, tomorrow is the end of quarter one, so very important. I mean, it could just be a chop day, or they could take it where they absolutely need to take it for max pain for quarter one. So it could be a good day. It could be a chop day. I do think high of week is probably in, and low of week is probably in. I can't expect a huge move tomorrow, but we'll see, right? So like I said, watch the 15. It's the same exact setup that happened here. Like we come up, we hit this. Kind of repeating myself now. Other than that, guys, really have nothing else to really say. You did see. Obviously today we got a little pump up here. We took lunch highs, and then we take some lows. We didn't take lunch lows, but notice, even though we put in a brand new low of week here, look how that was respected, right? So that's one thing to take note of. As well as, so let's look at Monday's low, right? I'm gonna go into a little order block explanations here. So look, this was the candle that took the lows. This 5-minute order block. So like, there's no good change in the state of delivery. This is all just a mess, right? This is all just like there's nothing you can do with this because we don't get any true close above this 5 minute candle until when? We don't get any good close above it until here. Like you see how the body's respected the high of this 5 minute candle until we close above it here. So that's another thing we could get going into the night. Like with that 4 hour BPR. Look at this right here. What I was just showing you guys. 5 minute down here also probably lines up with the 4 hour BPR. It does. So this is the one I just drew out. So look, we can fill this 5 minute. We can come back, fill in this 5 minute OB, hit the 5 minute FVG. Look at this. Hit 5 minute 50% as well as 15 minute 50%. Hit the 4 hour BPR and then then look for longs from there. And then if we inverse this down, we're probably going right back down to these lows because like this is still going to be a nice liquidity pool because look you have low. Failure swing, failure swing, low of week could be a failure swing, but like I said, I think low of week is probably in already, and this is going to be some mess tomorrow. But other than that, I'm going to hop off here, stop babbling. I will take a quick peek here at ES. The big thing with ES today was what? These equal highs that were left up here on the hourly. When we started to get a move up, I posted and I was like, all I'm watching is this hourly FVG here on ES, right? As long as we started to show like displacement over this, and then you see this, that's where our SMT comes into play now. ES took them highs, but remember when ES sometimes leaves equal highs a lot. You see there's even equal highs here that we took, but ES equal highs don't mean nearly as much as they do on IQ just because it's such a smaller index, but when they're this far apart, and they're most likely 4 hour equal highs as well, then it's something that I pay attention to. And then like I've said, as long as we can push through this hourly, then equal highs at 52.94, we're going to be a target. But for ES going into tomorrow, long as this 4 hour, I'm just watching this 4 hour FVG that's going to form here in an hour and a half. As long as that holds, bullish back to guess where, all-time highs, and then we'll see what happens from there. If we inverse this back down, then obviously we know where the targets are. So with that, hope you guys had a great day, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.